So we're talking about money today. This is a big topic today. I've missed you guys. It's been a while. I haven't been here for a little while. And today I thought, let's do something that we all can relate to. Everybody loves money. So today we're going to talk money. 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 So very excited. Thank you very much for tuning in once again. I don't take this for granted. I believe that it's your hunger and your passion to learn and to grow and to sort of understand where you are in life, because sometimes we need a reminder. Sometimes we need an injection of new information. Sometimes we need to have, if you like, other people deposit in our lives. And that's what, Lose Your Mind, the tribe is about. So the tribe is alive and well. I want to congratulate all of you that are doing a great job in the tribe. We're loving it. We're growing. We're excited. We want you to bring more people. We want to congregate and have, if you like, a congregation of people that are driven to be super successful in their lives. So the tribe is about AAA. Hey Aqua, hey Penny, Liz, how you doing everybody? The tribe is about AAA. So it's adjust, adapt, and I can never get it right. So adjust, adapt, and act. Yeah? So we're looking for you to adjust and then, of course, adapt to a new way of thinking. And then we're looking for action. Without action, everything is meaningless. Yeah? Okay, so today, really, I want to talk about money. And I want to talk about doing well, doing good. That's our vision in this organization. We're looking to continue to grow ourselves personally. We want to do well. We want to have holistic, success, health. We want to have mental health. We want to have spiritual health. We want to have physical health. We want to have relational satisfaction. We're looking for holistic success in everything we do, and that's really what's going to make you successful. Success is not about acquisition. It's about the fulfillment that you get from the life that you're living on a daily basis. And I really I can't wait to see what some of you are going to become. I can't wait to hear some of the testimonies from some of you who are starting to do phenomenal things because of the information that you're grabbing from this tribe. And I want to continue to, accumulate, if you like, lots of data, and I bring it in for you. And it's going to be me. It's going to be lots of other people. There's a lot of people that are saying, Daddy, I want to be on your show. So we're going to bring some people, but we're just getting started. So we talked about sales as an industry. We talked about leadership. We talked about Mr. Hero. How are you, sir? We talked about leadership. We talked about communication exposed. We talked about spiritual life in correlation or in relationship to success. Is success really spiritual? That was one of my best subjects. I loved it. I enjoyed it. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, put a 10 in the box. If you didn't enjoy it, just put a 10 anyway. If you loved it, put 100. It was fantastic. So today, hopefully, we're going to eclipse that. Today, we're going to talk about something that's very dear to all of you, and that's money. You all love money. Yes, 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 yes. If you love money, just put yes in the box as well, in the comment box. If you don't love money, put a no, and I'll show you what to do with your money. I will keep it for you. I will take it from you so you don't have to have the misery of carrying money around. If you love money, Penny from the UK, yes, my sister, how you doing? So listen, if you love money, put a yes in the comments box. If you don't love money, put a no, and then just call me after, send me all your money, and I'll show you what to do with it, okay? All right, okay, don't send me money. I'm just playing with you. I'm just playing with you guys, okay, great. So money. So what's my relationship with money? What should you do in regards to money? And I want to give you some pointers, some things that I do with money. This is not to, I just want to make sure people don't misunderstand this. I'm not an expert on anything, as I've always said, but I love sharing my life. I love to share some of the things that I do in my life that actually give me the joy, the success, the fulfillment, the relationships, the businesses. It's taken me into over 40 different countries around the world. I have met some incredible people. I've dined with people that you read about in magazines. And you know, that's regular people, average people will call that showing off. I'm just showing you that I am qualified to talk about my life. And this is not about what happens in the textbook. This is what happens in my life. You know, so I've lived long enough to acquire some wisdom that I can share with some people. So my relationship with money. Money has to have a relationship with you. Money is a spirit. Money is more spiritual than anything else. If you think about the context in which we actually look at money, money gives you the power to transact. It gives you the ability to be able to acquire things and to be able to sell things. You know, so it's an exchange medium. You exchange things, and nowadays we have all sorts of different types of money. But most people, when you think of money, you think of dollar bills. You think of I don't know, I might have some money here. I can show you something. So when people think about money, I might have a dollar bill here that I can show you. So when people think about money, sorry, I'm searching my little wallet here to see if there's any money in there, but I found something, yeah? So this is what people call money. They say, that's money. I have money because I have this in my pocket. Money is not this. This is actually something that carries a value. That's a monetary value. It's recognized by everybody in the world as legal tender. And that's the beginning and the end of it. But by me holding this, it does not begin to describe, one, my relationship with this, two, how much of this I have, three, how much of this I want, four, how much of this I need, and how much of this I really, really put value on. So some people, this is really valuable. To others, this is something you tip somebody. You know, $100 is like, I tip somebody $100 and that's it, right? So money is a spiritual thing. So I don't have money because of this. This does not define money, because people have there's another form. I don't have my coin here. I can't show you a coin today, but this is another form of money. This is a this is a card, and I don't want you to read my numbers because some of you are really smart. Okay, so this is my card. Okay, all right. Okay, this is also money. This is money, right? So you have different ways of expressing to people or showing people that you can buy stuff. Okay? But that's not really how much money you're worth. And again, I want you to understand that I'm talking about attitude. Attitude is what Lose Your Mind is all about. What is your relationship with money? How do you understand money? What do you feel about money? What do you think money really is? Money is spiritual. Money is spiritual before it's physical. Money is actually a feeling in most cases before it's actually a manifestation. Okay, so one of the first things that you have to do is you need to understand the language of money. How do you call money in? You call money in by actually accepting money, because a lot of people reject money. So when people think of the word money, they go, I don't have enough. The biggest association to money is negativity. I don't have enough. It's too much to handle. I don't know why I never have enough money. It's very difficult. Money is for those types of people. The rich are the ones who are holding all the money in the world. So you tend to dissociate yourself to this spiritual thing which is called money. So therefore, what does money say? If you don't like me, I don't want to be with you. I'm telling you. And some of you don't get it, and you probably won't get it. And one day you wake up, you go, oops, I wish I had listened before. I was so lucky when I found this. I was like, is it really that simple? Money needs to be, if you like, you need to have a relationship with money. You need to speak money into your life. It's more of a spiritual thing before it's a physical thing. Of course, you need to sell things, buy things and sell them, and you need to do jobs, and you need to do all types of different things to make money. But let me tell you something, right? You need to understand the money is something that could have a repulsive relationship with you, or it could have a magnetic relationship with you. My question is, what's your relationship with money? Is it magnetic or is it repulsive? So when you think about money, do you send it back? Do you go things like, this is what people say, they go, Danny, money's too hard, man. Like, I can't make enough money. I never seem to have enough money. And you've heard people confess things like, every time I make money, it just goes. And I go, where does it go? They go, I don't know. It just goes. The minute I have money in my hands, it just goes. And I'm going, are you kidding me? You can't just have money in your hands and it just goes. Listen, where does it go? Where's my money? My money just disappeared, actually. I had a bill here that I was showing you guys. Now it's gone. It's disappeared. Somebody's Mom, you see, where did it go? Where did the money go? Where did this money go? Hold on. I'll find it. Yeah, I found it again. I found it. So I can't give you this. And then as soon as I give you this money, and you go, Danny, it's gone. And I go, where did it go? You go, I don't know, but it's just gone. So what relationship do you have with money? Do you have a repulsive relationship with money? Does money find you repulsive? Now, why does money find some people repulsive? Because they speak it into existence. So they say things like, I was born poor. For me, when I see money, I just freak out. Every time you see money and you go, wow, you're sending it back. Every time you see money, you should be saying, how? How can I have more of that? Not wow. The answer is how? How do you earn 100 grand in a week? USD. How do you earn $1 million a year? How do you earn, you understand? You need to start asking yourself, how do they do it? Because how leads you to a system, a process that will lead you to this. But wow means every time you see something and you say wow, you're saying, wow, that's above me. That's fantastic. The word fantastic means it's a fantasy. Therefore, it's fallacious or it's false. So you do not want to say money is fantastic. Money is not fantastic. Money is real. You need to build a relationship that calls money, that says, this is mine. I deserve to make a lot of money. Money loves me. Money looks for me. Money knows me by my last name. Money knows my family. Money knows the direction to my house. Money has a GPS that's linked to my office and all the businesses I do. Oh man, I declare and decree. Boom, finished. And then the rest is work. But you've also seen people, this is why I want you to understand money is spiritual. You've seen people that work really hard all their lives and they're broke all the time. Because the minute they get money, this is what average people do. When they get money, they go, where can I spend this? What do I need to buy? So you go around, you look for something to buy. The minute you're broke again, you say, whew, now I'm back to normal. This is, that thing was eating my pocket. I don't believe do you know I had $100 last week, but it's gone now. I'm back to normal. I'm back to my what I'm familiar with. Be very careful. You have to decree and declare prosperity, not poverty, into your life. And money is a spirit. The people that have money don't have it by accident. They actually, they call it in. When they have money, they don't get shocked. They don't go, I have money. They go, yeah, I'm supposed to have money. So you need to develop an attitude that says, I'm a money guy. One of my dealers, there's a lady that we work with. I can't say her name. She calls herself a money magnet. That's a powerful title. The first time you say it, you're probably broke. You see, I know something about being broke. I used to walk past banks and, the alarms would go off. They'll be like, man, there's a dude, he's just so broke. I used to stand near an ATM machine and I would watch people in London. In the winter, and in the ATM has that little thing that there's like a little line, right? So when you put in your card, and you put in your card, you put in $100 or you put in £100 or whatever, money comes out. You see a light and money is coming out. And I would stand on the corner and I would watch this person put in his ATM, and sometimes they get a bit uncomfortable. They go, what's this guy looking at? And then they put in a PIN number and money just comes out. And I go, wow. And they fold the money and they just put it in their pocket and they just walk away and I go, oh my God. And if I had a fiver, man, I was celebrating. I said, I have a fiver. You see, that's a mentality of poverty. If you have a courtship with poverty and you think money is, it's almost like a novice thing to you. It's almost like, when I have money, I feel really weird. Like, sometimes, and somebody's going to shock you. Some of you, you give credit to very small things. Somebody's going to come up to you and say, here's $10,000. And you go, 10 what? You see, if I give you $1 million and they say, put it in your house right now, and you have a small space and you put it there and they say, I want you to look at this money every single day for the rest of your life. But never ever attempt to touch it. If you touch it, you're in trouble. It's yours, but you can't spend it on anything. The question is, are you richer than you were before? If you think yes, put a yes in the comment. If you think no, put a no in the comment. Let me give you the answer. It's really simple. My answer is simple, right? If I give you $1 million and you can't spend it, it has no value to you. So this only has value to the degree to which it can actually add value to my life. I'm going to say that again. Money only has value to the degree to which it can add value to your life. If you can't spend it, because people who work in the bank, they handle millions of dollars every day. And they say, it's on our account, the bank account. But guess what? Can they take it home and spend it? No, if they spend it, they go to jail. So the question was, if I give you $1 million and I put it in your house and they say to you, listen, man, don't touch this money. It's yours for life, but you will never spend it. Are you rich? Are you any richer? The answer is absolutely not. So understand that. So money is as important as oxygen. This is my belief. I believe that money is really important. I love money. I have an obsession with money. I enjoy money. I enjoy talking about money. I enjoy holding money. I walk around with money. I like to think money all the time. I like to be holding money. I have a magnetic relationship with it. There's a certain amount of money that you as a human being should have that's yours. That you don't spend, you just spend it, and then you put it back, and I'm not talking about savings. I'm going to go there in a second. We're going to talk about savings in a minute, right? Money has the highest perception, as I mentioned, of negativity. Poor people feel bad about money. So therefore, they never have it. Anything you feel bad about, you reject it. We are trained as people to reject anything that brings pain in your life. So the pursuit of money becomes painful. When you associate pain to pursuit of money, what you do is you reject money. When you associate pleasure to the pursuit of money, guess what you do? You do more of it to have more pleasure. Really understand this concept, right? So they hate the pain. They hate the pain that money inflicts on them. So they start, saying, that I'm always broke, man. Like I just don't know why. And then they see people smiling. They say, why are you smiling? Yeah, I know why you're smiling, because you got money. Because I don't have money. I'm a poor guy, right? So the other thing is, one of the things that you need to learn to do is, and I say this mantra, it's been around for many years and everybody's is heard about this. I say, I'm happy and grateful now that money comes to me in increasing quantities from various sources on a continuous basis. I'm happy and grateful now that money comes to me in increasing quantities from various sources on a continuous basis. I say that to myself like 100 times a day. Sometimes silently, sometimes when I'm feeling riled, I'll just go, I'm happy and grateful now that money comes to me. And I chant the song. And you know what's funny? My spirit man starts to dance around me saying, hey, hold on, where is this money coming from? And then my mindset starts to go into gear. Because you see, the things, whatever is likened is attracted. That's likened is attracted. That's likened is attracted. That's the law of attraction. Some of you have read about the law of attraction. And I like to put God in the law of attraction. I know that it says, ask and you shall receive. It didn't say, ask and maybe I will give you some. No, it didn't even say you will get some. It says, ask whatever you ask And if you ask with faith and conviction and 100% belief, it shall be established in your life. So how can I ask, listen, your father is a king. He owns an entire country. And he says, son, he says, daughter, go and have whatever you want. You go out there and you go, you know what I want? Let me see, perhaps, he says, anything you want. You go, I'll just have this tomato. That's what I want. They go, what do you mean? This tomato plant is what I'm going to have. That's my own. That's what I own. Your father is a king. So why are you placing too much emphasis on money? It's not about money. It's the mindset towards money. It's the I have not, therefore you have not. I have a lot, therefore you have a lot. It's you. You do the declarations. Ask and you will receive. It didn't say you may. It didn't even say you shall receive. It says you will receive. Come on. So I want you to really go there. I want you to go there. And as I said before, money will always, you either have a magnetic relationship or you have a repulsive relationship. It's either money will repel you. Yeah, some people are, they're like repellents. Mosquito repellent. When you spray a room full of mosquitoes, they take off. When they go into a room full of money, money just walks out and says, whoa, who is this guy? I don't want to be around this person. This person stinks of poverty. It's a mindset. Just shake it out. Just get it out of the way. I want to talk about something else in regards to money. Poor people, and I don't say poor people to disrespect some people. People who are, they suffer from a disease called lack. You see, poverty is a mental condition. It's a mental condition. It can actually be treated just the way you treat any other illness. Poverty is an illness. It's literally a disease. It's a mental disease that tells you you're not supposed to have what you desire. That's a disease. So you can treat that. You can go for counseling. You can go for prayers. You can go for understanding and discernment. You can go for gratitude meetings. You can go for coaching. You can go for mentorship. You can go for motivation. You can go for education. And you can cure that disease. Poverty is as bad a disease as ignorance is. Stupidity is a disease. So watch this. What you have to do is you have to go to the faculty of money and learn about money. There's something called financial literacy. The opposite of that is financial illiteracy. People think that people just acquire money because they just woke up. There's a lot of hard work that goes with it. After you prayed, after you've asked, after you've confirmed it, after you've decreed and declared, you have to get on your feet. You have to, jump up. There's a reason why we don't walk on our knees. Some people pray too much. You're praying too much. You go, I want money, I want money. And God is saying, get off your knees. You are not created to walk on your knees. You walk on your feet. So you stand up. And I say to my friends, those who are dear to me, if you're close to me, you've heard me say this many times. Prayer is action. The only way I know how to pray vehemently and confidently, with conviction, with belief, with faith, is I walk out of my house. This is just a byproduct of my attitude. This is a byproduct of my work rate. This is a byproduct of my soundness of mind. This is my faith product. It's a byproduct. This is not the primary. The primary is there is an expectation that happens, and then the acquisition can only come after you've done the work that's actually aligned to your expectations. You need to go work for money. But watch this. Financial illiteracy will say to you, go and save a lot of money. That's being financially illiterate. Some of you are looking for advice from people that don't understand money. If I'm looking for legal advice, I go to a lawyer, I don't go to a doctor. If I'm looking for medical advice, I go to a doctor, I don't go to a lawyer. If I'm looking for poetry, I don't go to a guy who makes clay pots and say, can you teach me poetry? He says, I'm not a poet. I go to a poet to learn poetry. If I'm looking for financial literacy, I go to people that understand money. I'm not talking about financial advisors. I'm not talking about people who are taught to teach. There is a difference between people who have made money and people who have written books about people who have made money. Don't go to the author or the publisher, go to the person who's being authored. When you go to a successful person who understands money, they will laugh at you when you say, I have $1 million saved in the bank. They go, okay. No. If you have money in the bank, it has to be invested in the bank. There's a return on my money every day. If you have money that's sitting in the bank that's not doing anything, that money is depreciating every single day. I really applaud. Are you enjoying this? Are you learning? Are you learning something? Are you loving this? If you're loving this, you got to put 100 in there, man. Otherwise, I'm going to switch this thing off. Anyway, listen, let's carry on. Let's carry on. And if you have a question, just drop it in the box. Yeah, but listen, let me go there. When you don't understand money, you open up a savings account. When you start to learn about money, you open up an investment account. Do you understand? You need to learn these things. It's very simple stuff. People brag, they go, Danny, I have $50,000 saved. They go, you're stupid. You don't have $50,000 saved. You gave $50,000 to a bank for free. You go, Mr. Bank Manager, imagine this. 1 million people giving the bank $50,000. What a genius. I think somebody woke up and said, I'm gonna come up with an idea. Don't laugh. I know nobody's gonna buy into it, but we're gonna try it. We're gonna tell people to make a lot of money and bring it to us and put it in our care, okay? And some of them will forget about it, but don't worry about that. There's 1 million people that gave $50,000. If 1 million people, listen to me, listen. If 1 million people gave $50, 1 million people gave $50 to the bank every day. That's $50 million. The bank makes money off that money. They trade with your money. They invest your money. They're looking at you, they're rubbing their hands, they're going, I can't believe this guy. I know we say we make smaller margins and, inflation, and we don't really have such a big markup, and they probably don't. But they have access to billions and billions and billions of dollars in your care, which is your money. You need to learn where to put your money. Money has to work for you. Financial independence means that you have got money that's working and giving you a return. You don't work for money, money works for you. And you've made enough money, or the money is making you enough money to be able to make decisions that are not financial based. They're not based on money. You're making decisions based on what you want, not what you can afford. There's a difference. So you need to put your money to work. So even if, and this is what sometimes people say, this is financial illiteracy. They go, but Danny, I only have $1,000. If you put $1,000 into the hands of somebody who's financially literate, they will turn it into $10,000 in a very short space of time. Over 2-3 years, they go invested into small, mutual bonds or something, and now I've got my return. I have $10,000. And this is what we do. Regular people think that money should be tactical. They want to make money today, keep it, and spend it tomorrow, and then they go again. Okay? Successful people have a strategy for money. They understand, and I'm not going to go into those details of how you can break it out into different, when you get $100, some of it is yours, some of it is not yours, some of it can be yours, but you just need to know how to keep the most of it for yourself. And then whatever you keep of this, because there's taxes in this, there's a cost of life in this. Every day you wake up and you start breathing, you're paying rent on earth. When you eat food, there's a cost. When you sleep, there's a cost. When you put on electricity, there's a cost. When you run your water, there's a cost. There's a cost to life every day. So how much of this is left over for you after you've paid your cost of being alive, okay? And secondly, you pay the institutions, governments and other, institutions. And then if you have any people working for you, How much of it is left? Then what's left is, the question is, what are you going to do with it? Are you going to put it in the bank and say, oh, bank money, I have savings? Stop telling people you have savings. Just say, I have investments. So start investing your money. That's very important, okay? Spending money is a fantastic thing. Spending money on the right things is a fantastic thing. If you buy commodities, if you bought a piece of diamond, or you bought, some precious stones, and you put them somewhere, and they're in a vault somewhere, they're acquiring, some kind of there's some capital gains on that. If you bought money, if you have money and you put it into smart real estate, and I put the word emphasis smart, because real estate is very deceptive. A lot of people who don't understand real estate, what they say, they go, when I get money, I'll buy a house. Wow. Go and study. It's very simple. The internet is available. Sometimes you buy a house that puts a noose around your neck, and you're walking around with your house just, literally dangling you in the air. Buying a house is not sometimes the wisest investment. You can't have, if you're in Uganda, you win, 300 million. You go, I'm going to put 280 into a beautiful house somewhere in a suburb or whatever. If you can buy a house for that amount. So now you have 20 left. Now you're broke again. Now you say, but I have a house. If something happens, I'm going to sell that house and get back my money. That's because you're financially illiterate. A smart person who understands finance would never do that. You don't get 300 million and put 280 in a house. You can't even furnish the house. Even if it leaks, you can't fix it. And they see you jumping on a bike and you're still sweating. They go, but I thought you had money. You go, yeah, but I went and put it there. Some people buy a piece of land somewhere in the village. They don't do research. They don't say, what's coming here? Is there a rail line being built across here? Yes, fantastic. This is the right place to buy. Is there anything happening here? No. Nothing has happened in the last 100 years. It's always been like this. So you have like this kind of growth, and land will appreciate. But why do I want to take my 300 million and bury it into a ground? And then hopefully one day, I'm going to wake up and I'm going to dig that ground and it's 600 million. Do some research. You don't just make money because you want to. You have to study it like you study medicine. Study money. Study money. That's really important. Yeah. We're moving on. The wealth invest, the rich and the poor. And I say this very carefully. The wealthy of this world invest. What the rich and the poor do is they spend. You see, don't confuse wealthy people with rich people. Rich people have money. They have some money. They have good money on them. Wealthy people have money and time. So do you want to be wealthy or do you want to be rich? When you're rich, you still have to work. Right? So what rich people do, as soon as they get $100, they go, where can I invest this? When poor people and rich people get $100, they go, where can I spend this to impress people that I don't even know, people that I don't even like? I just want to impress people. You see, the goal is not to look rich. The goal is to become rich. And when you become rich, the goal is to learn how you amass those riches, and then you turn them into wealth by finding the right mentor. People who have been there, who have walked the road, and they will show you how to go from $500,000 to $10 million in a very short space of time. But it's not because you're smart, it's because you decided to hang out with smart people, people who know how to build wealth. Wealth has to be built just like you build a house. You see, if you look at money as houses, some people have a little hut, some people have a little apartment, some people own a condominium. Some people own a mansion. Some people own a beautiful, what do they call them? They call them a manor. They own a manor. Some people own the estate. They own the entire estate. So the difference between the guy with a hat, who owns a hut in the village, and the guy who owns a manor or the guy who owns an estate is the mindset. It's what is in your brain. Do you say wow or do you say how? When you say wow, you actually are being recruited by these impressions that rich people put on you. You look at them, you go, wow, look at this lady. There's a lady on Instagram. I think her name is Jenna or something like that. And she's really wealthy and she has, all these cars and everybody, oh my God, look at her watch. And you go, wow. Every time you say wow, you're saying to your brain, you can't have it. You can't have it. You need to start saying, Jenna, how? These people that you worship, don't worship the person. Don't be impressed by the persona. Be impressed by what that person did or what they do to make that kind of money. And I bet you they change their mind. This is a big one. And I'm going there. Don't live within your means. This is an attitude that I had to develop. I live above my means. Watch this, and I'm gonna upset some people. Don't live within your means. No, stop it. When you live within your means, you're living in your comfort zones. You go, my rent is this, and my travel is this, and I have a car, so petrol is this, and you actually calculate it. You say, okay, so I have to live within my means, because if I go above this, things may go wrong. No. Spending money is good, but if you're spending it on the right thing, so live above your means, but make sure that your means are big. I make sure my means are big. I don't want some. I want everything. I don't want some of it. I want everything. I did a deal yesterday and I made like 8 figures on that deal. I was gassed. I was saying, yeah, now I'm going, okay, so how do I make this bigger? How do I make this, more money? How do I increase this so that it actually takes care of me even more? Because money is a spirit. If you dress him up like Bob or like Jen and you say, that's my money, and you give it a name, it will start to grow. This baby becomes a big person, a strong, stout person, and eventually it will take care of you. But stop living within your means. People say to you, it's nonsense. This is why I'm saying lose your mind. The old belief they taught you, they say to you, live within your means. What is that? I live above my means. I live above my means. I have never said wow to somebody who owns a private jet. They don't impress me. I just want to have the same attitude. I want to see, what do they do? What happened, man? But my means are big. But I'm always looking to go above my means. I'm telling you, I have never lived in a worse life, in a worse house than the one before. I came up and I lived in apartments and this, and then I went into this penthouse and jacuzzi, all that stuff. And every house that I've built, it always gets better. But I'm not one of those people that sits down and go, is there enough money in the world to go around? There's so much abundance in the world, you will never finish it. It's incredible how much money is in the world. Every single person could be a billionaire in the world and we won't finish it. That's how incredible God is. So I want you to be very careful. These loose statements that you hear, money doesn't grow on trees. What do you mean? Money grows on trees. This is paper. This is wood. So it does grow on trees. So if I grow 10,000 trees, pine trees, I am growing money. I'm growing money. I can sell those pine trees and I can turn them into these. If I found out what the company that makes this money, what kind of wood they use to make this paper, I can grow those trees and I could be the person that supplies a Federal Reserve with more paper. Are you kidding me? Money does grow on trees. This is the stuff that they've fed us over the years and we have become impoverished as a result of it. Lose your mind. Lose your mind. Money is a tool. Use it. Don't let it use you. Money is not impressive for me. I don't get impressed by money. I'm one of those people, man. I can blow money. I can spend $1 million on something and I don't even blink. And then I don't have the cash. I'm not looking for something. I'm not going, okay, I need to sell everything I have because I've just spent all the cash that I had. No, I'm going to get more. I'm happy and grateful now that money comes to me in increasing quantities from various sources on a continuous basis. That's my mantra. It's always coming. I don't have enough silos to keep this money. It's coming at me fast because my mind is magnetic. It's not repulsive. Money is a currency. What is a currency? Currency moves. Electricity has a charge when it's actually plugged in and is switched on. When you switch it off, it has absolutely no charge. So watch this, right? This is what I want to tell you, right? Money is a currency. So when you take your money, your 100 grand that you won on the lottery somewhere, and you put it in the bank, and the bank manager shakes your hand, and he says goodbye, and they're looking at you, they're looking through the window, they go, is she coming back? Is she really going to leave this money here? You go put it on a fixed account and you can give me 1% and all these guys. They're looking at going, you are insane. You are signing a contract to give the bank $100,000 for 2 years on a fixed deposit or 1%, 2%, 4%. Are you actually out of your mind? Are you that shallow that you can't take 100,000 and make it 200,000 in 6 months? Do you not know something about asking for advice? What is going on with people? They give it to the bank manager and they go, oh, I'm so glad. I was so worried carrying that money around. I like carrying money around. I'm comfortable with it. I do what we call emotional shopping. I go to the shops, I look around, I have lots of money in the back in my pocket. There's something flying at me, right? This is Africa. But listen, I have a lot of money in my pocket and I take it around. And guess what? I say, I don't want to buy anything. Have you ever noticed that when you have no money, you shop for everything? Some of you have credit cards. That's a terrible thing, right? When you have no money, you buy everything. When you have a lot of money, you buy nothing. You go, it's okay. They go, sir, would you like to try on the suit? You go, no. When you don't have money, you try on everything in the shop. You go in, you go, I'll try on the dress. And you go, it's really nice, but do you have purple ones? Like, have you got purple ones? They go, no, we actually do black. They're called the little black dress. They're not little purple dresses. So we don't do them in black, in purple. If you had purple ones, I would have bought it. You have no money. When you have money, you can go emotional shopping. You can buy everything emotionally. You come home, you bought the curved TV, you bought the latest gadgets, you bought the latest of this, you bought the biggest car because you have money. You go, I have you can walk around. If you walk around with a credit card that has 200 grand on it or whatever, you say, I bought that car. But you don't buy the physical stuff, you emotionally buy. You neutralize the power in those things. And it doesn't start with $100,000. It starts with $20. When you start to buy things emotionally, you start to realize the value of this. How many things you've bought, not physically, emotionally, you shopped, you go, I can buy that, I can buy that, I can buy that. And you come home, you go, you know what, this little knot here is worth a lot. So you start to say, what if I put this into something? If you put $100 into something that will give you an extra dollar a day, in 100 days, guess what? In 100 days, you have another $100. So now you have 200, they give you $2 a day. In 100 days, you have $400. Now you have $400, they give you $4 a day. That's how people get rich. But poor people, village trained, your grandmother, your grandfather says, my son, when you make money, buy a house. You go, okay, I'm now rich. No, you're not rich. You're now in trouble. You have a noose around your neck. So money is a currency. It has to move, When you meet wealthy people, some of you know this stuff. And every time you ask somebody for money and they just give it to you, they go, no problem, they give it to you. That person is actually not rich. They're not even wealthy. Rich people usually have another badge called stingy. Very stingy. That guy is so stingy. He's a rich guy, but he can't give even $1. They give millions to charity, things that they like to put money into. But when you ask them for money, can you lend me money? They go, no, I don't have any money. They're not saying they don't have any money. The end of the sentence should say, I don't have any money to put into that. Poor people will say, You want money? No problem. They give you their last 100. They sit back, they go, you see, they're going to tell people that I'm rich. I gave him $100. Did you tell your uncle that I gave you the money? Yeah, I told him. What did he say? Oh, he was really appreciative. Okay, so Uncle John knows I'm rich now. Did you tell your sisters I gave you money? Yeah, I told everyone you gave me $100. So they all go, oh my God. Now you have a line of people coming to your house saying, can I have money? Now you need more money. Pretense is very expensive. It's easier to just keep it. Just say, no, I'm not going to give you money. If you know me, you know what I'm saying. People ask to lend me money. I go, look, man. I go, the last guy I lent money to, we fell out and he was my friend. So I don't want to lose you as a friend. I want to keep you as a friend. So no, I don't lend money. No. I don't lend money, okay? Money is beautiful. I'm about to finish. Money is beautiful. Money is beautiful, especially the grown-up kind of money. There's what we call young money and there's what we call grown-up money. Grown-up money requires that you actually give it some respect because it's going to respect you right back. Money will behave as you want to behave. If you want to behave flash and you want to behave like you all that and you got this and you got that, money will behave like that with you, no problem. If you behave with respect and, grace and humility and you understand, $100 can become $1,000. $1,000 can become 5,000. 5,000 can become 50,000. 50,000 can become 60. 60 can become 100,000. Not through savings. Trust me. If you listen, man, people say I'm saving in the next 10 years. You're crazy. It's dead money. Inflation kicks in before you know. By the time you get your $5,000 that you saved, it's now worth $2,000. Because money that's actually in the bank, that's not moving, money is a currency, it becomes static and becomes stale, it starts to devalue. It's like buying a Toyota. I don't have any problem against Toyota, but every time you buy a Toyota, you lose about 20 to 30% of the value the day it touches the road. So what rich people do is they buy classics, or wealthy people. They go, how old is that BMW? You go, it's 1940. They go, okay, I'll have it. They buy it's a collector's item. So they go, I'm driving it, I'm putting money into it, but guess what? It's going to appreciate. The more I drive it, it gains value. So that's why you find, rich people or wealthy people actually, they spend money on things that are expensive to poor folks. Poor people say that's expensive. Wealthy people, they say that's valuable. Wealthy people buy value, right? Rich people buy quantity. Poor people buy things that look like rich people's things. I'm going to say that again. So, poor people buy lookalikes. They buy fake watches, fake bags, fake this, fake that. That's what they do, okay? It's true, I'm telling you. Rich people buy volume. Wealthy people buy value. Understand that. So you need to start practicing the habits of the wealth, because you can't just get there and then change your habits tomorrow. You need to start investing in quality, in value, in longevity. Money is infinite. Focus on growing things that make you money, not on making money. Focus on growing businesses and things that make you money. Don't focus on making money. There's no money to be made, but there's value to be added onto society. Therefore, society gives you money. You build a business, you build people that build a business that makes you money. You don't say, I want to make money. I always tell people, I go, making money kills your business. You open up your business, you're so excited, it's a boutique, you're like, oh my God, I'm so excited, this is amazing. You open it up, you have balloons, people come, they have a little champagne and they go, oh my God, this is great, I'm so excited, this is bohemian, I love your, oh my God, look at your lines. You go, wow, where'd you get that Milan? You're so excited. And then a week later, the shop is open and you're looking in the window, you go, who's coming in? Who's coming in? Oh, I need to make money. The first month, you had some money saved for 3 months saving for rent. So you pay the rent and you go, whew. And then you say, it's not coming in. And you're going, oh my God. That passion you had for that business died the day you opened the business. You see, we do more in preparation because we're not making money in preparation. We're so passionate, we're so excited, we're so genuine about everything. The minute we open the shop, we focus on now, pay me back. You don't make money in your first year, second year, third year. In some businesses, even 10 years later, you haven't made money. But you build a nice cash flow. The business is working. Cash flow is more important than profit for the people who understand business. Regular people say, how much profit did I make? Business people that are financially literate, they go, what's our cash flow like? They ask for cash flow. They don't ask for profits because profits will come eventually. Profit is a sign of an efficiently run business. You don't make a profit and then become efficient. Profit is a sign of an efficiently run business. It's very important that you understand that. So profit comes from application. You don't get profit and then apply. So go and build businesses that will make you money, okay? The other thing is making money is a skill. Is a skill. And what is a skill? The skill is not about making the actual dollar bills. It's doing things that people will pay for. A service that becomes this. So somebody who runs a delivery company, they don't walk around with it. They don't go, my truck is made of this. The truck is not made of it. You can't sit in this and drive. They have to buy the trucks and get the drivers and get all these things. They start doing the thing, and then what ends up in their hands is this. It's the exchange. But the service has to be viable, profitable, and sustainable. Are you loving this, guys? Are you loving this? I don't know how much time I have left. I think I have about another 5 minutes, and then we're gonna finish. I don't like to do this over an hour, but this is a very long subject. But I'm telling you, are you enjoying this? Are you excited about this? Okay. Now I'm gonna finish on this. You want to be wealthy, you want to start making money. There's three types of incomes and that I focus on. There's lots of other people that will actually describe income in so many different ways, yeah? There's what we call direct income. Money that comes from you doing stuff, yeah? Money that comes from you doing things. You're working, you're making money. You go to work, you clock in, you do the hours, they pay you a salary. Or you're a plumber, you fix somebody's house, they pay you for your service. You're an electrician, you do that. You go do a gig, you're a singer, they pay you some money. Okay? So that's called active, or it's called direct income. Okay? So that's number one. The second income is what we call residual income. Residual income, or some people call residual income and passive income the same, but they're actually quite different. But let's talk about residual income. Residual income comes from investments. So you invest in something that pays you money in your absence. So you don't have to show up to actually make that money. So, you open up, let's say you have 10 shops that do takeaway, but you are not active in running the shops. You have some employees that go in. So it brings you money every week. And then you franchise those shops. Eventually people buy the shops and you make a cut off their shops every single month. So that's your residual income. Or some rentals can be residual income. You may buy, a condominium with 10 apartments and you rent it out. As long as you make more money than you need to pay back to the bank, or if you don't have a bank loan, if you make more money than the maintenance money that it costs you, and you're paying off if you haven't got any loans and the money you actually took from your reserves was put into those apartments and it's coming back with a profit on top, then you're making money. So that money, again, you don't have to show up, the place runs itself, it's residual income. Or you build a team of people that sell stuff for you, they open up different offices, they give you a residual income. That money is money that will actually give you wealth. And you can invest that money into, different things, right? But then there's what we call portfolio income. People who actually build portfolios, businesses that they buy, they acquire business and they fund it, and the business gives them a return on investment. They're paying them, money every month. Or you buy a whole estate. You build an entire estate. You have a portfolio. There's lots of people that are in real estate that are big moguls, and they actually some of the houses are not even their houses. They just have, like Donald Trump used to own these buildings. And then people started coming to him saying, can we call it Trump Towers. So people invested in his brand. So he started to leverage that. So his portfolio was so powerful that people started paying money to actually be associated to his portfolio. It's really, it's a clever way of doing things. There's a guy now who everybody's trying to do business with, a guy who owns Louis Vuitton. I can't remember his name. But people are trying to, Kanye will be like, he has his own line with Louis Vuitton. And then you see Lewis Hamilton has his own line with some designer. So that designer, Tommy Hilfiger, is trying to leverage Lewis Hamilton's portfolio. And once you build a portfolio, you can leverage your own portfolio. You can add investors into your portfolio, and you can build it that way. The last income is windfall income. Windfall income is money that you don't expect. You get a lump sum of money coming from a payout. It could be you won a lottery. It could be you got divorced and you made, what's this guy's name? Bezos. I think I don't know if he got divorced, but he was supposed to be divorced, and the wife is supposed to get hundreds or 50 something billion dollars or whatever. So that's a windfall. Somebody dies, you inherit an estate, you sell it, you get a windfall. That's money that you didn't expect. Or you have an accident, the insurance company pays out 100,000, that's windfall. So windfall money, you're supposed to take it and invest it into money that's going to give you a residual, right? You're supposed to invest it into portfolios, or you can, portfolios can include things like investments on the stock market, money markets, all of that kind of stuff, right? The best money in all of that is residual income. Direct income is not financial freedom, because you still have to wake up, hit the road, and make that money. Please understand this. So you need to sit down and say, the money that I made in 2019, how much of that was direct income or active income? How much of that was residual income? How much of that was a portfolio-based income? And how much of that was windfall? Windfall will not give you security. You're not going to, budget on that, because it comes when it comes, okay? Portfolio money, that's something that you can actually build over time. Usually requires, you have to have knowledge of money and how money moves and how to invest and where to invest your money. If you don't, you can lose money very quickly, because everything is exciting. When you get into that market, people start to say, oh, you can do this, you can invest in this, you can do this. And you go, yeah, this sounds great. And you get so excited, right? And it's, in most cases, in those areas, you're using other people's money. You're either using venture capital, you're using some kind of hedge fund, or you're using crowdfunding, or you're using, bank tools, loans and various other things, credit cards. That's what people do. They think it's easy because they think it's not my money. That's even worse, right? So residual income will retire you, because now you're talking about money is working for you in your sleep. When you sleep, you're making money. You wake up, you check, you go, oh, another check hit my bank account. Indirect sales, that's why the biggest industry in the world, the biggest number of millionaires in the world come from a direct sales industry, because every business has a facet or an aspect of direct sales. But direct sales is also has the most broke people in the world. Why is that? Because it gives you false hope. So you live in this fallacious life where you think you're going to keep making money all the time. So you're depending on active income. When active income dries up because you're injured or you're old or you get fired from your job, now you're in trouble. If you don't have a residual income that's building, that's growing, unfortunately you cut yourself short and you go, what am I going to do? So ideally what you want to do, if you want to really understand and enjoy a really healthy lifestyle with lots of money without worrying about, where you're going to get your next paycheck, make sure as you build your active income, you're building your residual income. That's where investments come in, not savings, investments. When you invest smart, you start to accrue money. Eventually that money starts to build, to build, to build. And the best form of residual income is, and it's also the most risky one. If you invest in people, you stand to reap the rewards, because people grow. As they grow up, your money grows up as well. Now, people can also let you down. When they let you down, your money is also it goes with it. They sync with your money, right? But if I have a person that I've trained and they're giving me $10,000 a month, residual money, I need to go, in Uganda, you'd have to go to Kololo and buy a house for probably about $3 to $4 million and kit it out and then advertise it, and hopefully you get, an embassy to rent it out, and they'll pay you $10,000. Okay? You have to put in $3 million at the front end, or source those funds and actually put it in and have some kind of deal where you can, to actually make $10,000. But in 1 year, I can train a person and give him a business, and that business makes me $10,000 a month, and I don't have to show up at that business. Watch what happens. If you do 10 of those, that's $100,000. If you do 10 houses in Kololo, you need $30 million and headaches. So the best residual is people. If you genuinely look after your people and you train them and you coach them and you make them win, when they start winning, your residual pot is actually building. Eventually, you walk away from your active income because now your residual income is bigger than your active income. When your residual income surpasses your active income, let's say your lifestyle is $10,000 a month, and now you have a $50,000 residual income, you have a $40,000 credit on your lifestyle. So that money you can take, you can actually put it into so many other things and make you more residual income. So eventually, your decisions have nothing to do with cost. It's just value. It's just time. It's just, where do I want to go? Where do I want to build it? That's why sometimes you see people that have lots of money, people say they're really simple because they don't have anything to prove. They're really humble because they don't have to shout. Their money does the shouting. You see, they don't work. These people don't work. The money works for them. So money will upset people. Money will make losses. Money will be this. Money will be stressed on their behalf. The only thing they have to do is check. They go, boom, that's it. And they will continue to support. They will show up. They do an event. Hey guys, how you doing? Oh my God, this guy's here. And oh my God. Do you really think Jeff Bezos goes to the office every day and clocks in and checks? Of course, he checks his investments. He does all that kind of stuff. He goes into maybe these big, weird, wonderful meetings or whatever. But I don't think he's thinking, how am I going to buy my pasta tonight? Who is going to service my car? How much does it cost to service my car? He probably knows how much it costs because he understands the value of money. But he has other things. He's looking at building, things in the space. These guys are thinking about different things. So if you want to understand money and you want to really, really make a lot of it and keep a lot of it, one is, remember, people who have money, most of the time, they own nothing. They own nothing. If you go and Google them, you won't find all their portfolios spread all over the internet. No, it's more important to them that they spiritually are endowed with wealth than physically looking like they have wealth. If you master that, you're going to be super successful. You're going to make a lot of money. You're going to lose your mind. You're going to be saying, I can't believe it's this easy. Wealth is not about having hundreds of billions of dollars in the bank. That's nice. It's nice to have $100 million. That's nice. What's better than that is knowing that you actually have no problems. You can live the next 50 years and maintain your lifestyle where you are without worrying about anything. Even if things change, you go, that's it. Of course, you're going to have to talk to people that can advise you, because I'm not that guy. They will teach you about emergency funds. They will teach you how to invest in, low risk investments. They will teach you how to invest in high risk, high yield investments. If you're really young, you can do those ones. If you're a bit older, you probably want stable investments, that are going to give you a stable return and stuff like that. There are lots of vehicles out there. But wealthy people stand on a hill and they look down and say, how can so many people be so ignorant about something so simple? This thing is simple. What's really difficult is sitting down and, learning how to use what you know to make a lot of this, and then use this to multiply. When you multiply this will continue to compound as you compound the money. If I have $100 and I make another 100 tomorrow and I have $200 and I invest the 200 into something, now I'm compounding my money. So now I have 200 going into the same investment that made me 100. And now from 200 I go to 400, and it compounds and it compounds. Wait, just go and learn how to invest in vehicles that will actually compound your money. When you compound $100, and I don't know the exact maths, but in about 10 years' time, you'll be astounded how many hundreds of thousands of dollars this becomes. But it's not about making $100 on 100. It's about learning how to get this to make you $1 a day. $100 making you $1 a day. It's not that hard. You can do it selling tomatoes. The difficulty is when you sell tomatoes and you make out $1 a day from 100, you start going, this is nothing. No, go and buy $101 tomatoes. And now you have a capital that's 101. By the end of the 10 days, you have a capital that's 110. By the end of 100 days, you have a capital of $200. When you start to compound your money, you'll be amazed how quickly money multiplies. And then the discipline kicks in and people start to say, that man, that woman is so wealthy. So that's it, guys. I'm buying out right now. That's it about money. That's my attitude towards money. You have a lot of homework to do. You have lots of things to read up on. Share this video with as many as possible. I appreciate you. Lose your mind. We're tribe. We're driven. We're going to be really, really, really big. And I'm so proud of you. Some of you, I know your stories. Some of you are starting to make some serious money. I'm getting some testimonials and stuff like that. Listen, man. Education over motivation. Motivation comes from education. So motivate yourself to be educated. Motivate yourself to be educated. When you're educated, you beat the one of the Bible's most profound statements says, my people are dying from lack of knowledge. You have no excuse because we have the internet. You have no excuse because guess what? You're now part of Lose Your Mind. It won't be lack of skill. It will be lack of will. So I hope that you have the will to do this. Somebody is asking, can we do another one tomorrow? Are we on tomorrow? I don't know. Do you want another one tomorrow? Do you want us to finish this tomorrow? Or are you happy with that? Is that enough homework? Because I can do part 2 of this tomorrow. But I want to know why. Why are you looking for more? What did you pick from today? If I'm inspired by some of your comments, I'm going to do part 2 of this tomorrow. And let me see you share this with 100 people. By the time we finish this, if you can send it to 10 friends, because guess what? I don't seek popularity. I seek impact. Because I know stuff like this will actually make impact. Do you want tomorrow? Show me that you want tomorrow by sharing this with as many people as possible. Let's spread the love. I love you guys. You're amazing. Thank you very much. God bless you. Lose your mind. We're a tribe. We're a tribe. We're building a tribe of millionaires, billionaires. We're building a tribe of financially independent people, God-loving, faith over fear.